the language we all love to hate, but also hate to love. Why is that? Well, honestly, because JavaScript sometimes just sucks. And you probably found yourself, you're laying at the screen thinking, why is this even a thing? Why do I have to do this when you're coding in JavaScript? Complaint number 1, JavaScript and the way it handles type coercion. Think about this joke. 1 should double equals 1 in quotes, and that returns true. But then why does 1 triple equals 1 in quotes return false? What is this? JavaScript just wants to keep you on your toes for some reason, never fully trusting whether something is equal or really equal. It's like it's a casual friend or your best friend. Which one do you want to be? Pick one. Imagine showing up to a party thinking you see someone that you know, but you're not sure if you say hi or ignore them. That's what it's like with type coercion in JavaScript. So thanks very much for that. Love this. Complaint number 2, the over-reliance on frameworks. Well, if you're coding in JavaScript, chances are you're in a long-term relationship with a framework. Whether that's React, Angular, Vue, or something else, you need one. When it comes to JavaScript these days, it means using JavaScript frameworks. And in fact, JavaScript without a framework is a bit like peanut butter without jelly. Yeah, it's edible. Is that really how you want to live your life? Probably not. And the worst part, JavaScript frameworks keep evolving faster than we can keep up. By the time you've mastered one, a new one has just been released and now you have to learn that. And you've always got the new versions. You liked AngularJS? Well, here's Angular 2. Just got the hang of Vue 2? No worries, here's Vue 3. It's like a never-ending hamster wheel, and we're all stuck on this if we're relying on using JavaScript. Complaint number 3, it's weirdly popular despite its flaws. JavaScript somehow ended up being the most popular language in the world despite a major number of quirks that are really, quite frankly, irritating. You've got C++ that's over here and it's saying, hey, I gave you control of the memory and hardware. Why don't you love me anymore? But for some reason, JavaScript's taken over when it says, yeah, but look how quickly I can manipulate the DOM for you. We've all given it the number 1 place. And the best part is JavaScript still has to support all this weird legacy code. You've got developers writing code like it's still 1998, and JavaScript's just like, that's fine, I can still run this, no problem. It's very annoying. Complaint number 4. Undefined is not a function. Here's one that you must have seen and dreaded coming up on the console. This cryptic error has been haunting developers ever since the dawn of time. You spend hours hunting down what went wrong, only to realize you've misspelled something like callback as call BCK. You get one letter wrong and JavaScript is like, I'm out, I can't help. Ugh, it's so frustrating. It's like telling someone to pick you up at 3 p.m, but since they showed up at 3:01, they're just left outside knocking. Complaint number 5. JavaScript runs everywhere, whether you like it or not. That's right, JavaScript is literally everywhere. It's like glitter. You think you've gotten rid of it, but nope. It's in your hair, your shoes, some of your coffee, it's on the floor. You cannot get rid of it. It's running in your browser, on your server, in your fridge, and probably your smart toaster at this point. JavaScript is literally everywhere. For purists, this is a nightmare. JavaScript is a high-level language that runs without them having to think about memory allocation, pointers, or bitwise operations. And to be honest, that's just offensive to old-school coders who was carving their code on stone tablets. Maybe not, but they're used to having control, and that fine-grained control you get from a lower-level language is something that purists and more experienced coders sometimes prefer. But despite that, JavaScript is literally everywhere. It's taking over. It's taken over the world. Why do we still use JavaScript, even though it kind of sucks? Well, yeah, JavaScript does kind of suck sometimes, but here's the thing. Despite all of its quirks and frustrations, we're still using it. It's everywhere. It's versatile. And once you get past the weirdness, it's actually kind of fun in a Stockholm Syndrome kind of way. So at the end of the day, it's not about loving JavaScript. It's about learning to live with it. And if you can't beat it, well, you might as well throw in another framework because that's the way JavaScript works. So what's your favorite thing to hate about JavaScript? Or maybe you don't. Maybe you love it. Let me know in the comments. I think despite its number 1 position, it is a contentious language. Should it be everywhere? Should we be using JavaScript to code everything? When you jump in the comments, let me know what you think. And I'd love to hear about your thoughts of this video. And I'll see you in the next one.